Hashtag the bold and the beautiful analysis. RJ's bold vision, Monaco power moves, and Sheila's dangerous fantasy. The August 10th, 2026 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful delivered a fascinating combination of fashion innovation, family conflict, and emotional tension. While the glamorous backdrop shifted between Los Angeles and Monaco, the real story wasn't simply about new collections or corporate strategy. Instead, it was about the next generation stepping forward while old wounds continued to shape everyone's future. The biggest surprise came from R.J. Forrester, who appears more confident than ever about carving out his own identity inside Forrester Creations. Rather than simply following in the footsteps of Ridge and Eric, R.J. is beginning to prove that he has his own creative instincts. Watching him sketch designs in Eric's office wasn't just another fashion scene. It symbolized the passing of creative talent from one generation to the next. Even more interesting was his partnership with Elektra. Their chemistry has slowly evolved over recent months. And now it seems their relationship may become just as important professionally as it is personally. RJ didn't simply ask Elektra to model one of his gowns. He envisioned her becoming the face of an entirely new youth contemporary collection, and even participating as a designer herself. That proposal carries enormous significance. Following the collapse of hope for the future, Forrester Creations desperately needs something fresh to rebuild its public image. Rather than trying to repair Hope's damaged brand, RJ believes the smarter approach is creating something completely original. It's a bold business decision because consumers often respond better to fresh beginnings than endless attempts at repairing a broken reputation. Elektra is also the perfect choice from a marketing perspective. She represents youth, authenticity, and creativity rather than family politics. Instead of another Logan versus Forrester battle, she offers audiences someone entirely new to support. One particularly meaningful moment arrived when RJ contacted Ridge overseas to tease his exciting new idea. Although Ridge couldn't see the full proposal yet, the phone call demonstrated how eager RJ is to earn his father's respect, not through family privilege, but through genuine talent. Meanwhile, the Monaco storyline presented a completely different atmosphere. Ridge, Brooke, and Steffi found themselves facing difficult questions from the international press. Reporters wasted no time bringing up the long-running Logan-Forrester rivalry and asking whether hope for the future still had any future at all. These questions reflected exactly what the fashion world has been thinking. Public scandals have damaged the company's image, and everyone wants to know whether Forrester Creations can reinvent itself. Interestingly, all three executives quickly reached the same conclusion. Instead of defending old mistakes, they agreed the company must completely change the conversation. Their solution wasn't damage control, it was reinvention. A bold new fashion line could redirect public attention away from Hope's failed collection and toward a brighter future. This represents a major shift in corporate strategy. For years, Forrester Creations has repeatedly relied on familiar names and established brands. Now they're finally recognizing that innovation, not nostalgia, is what keeps a fashion house alive. Of course, Brooke's presence also added another layer of complexity. Although she worked professionally beside Ridge and Steffi, viewers know decades of emotional history still exist beneath every conversation. The Logan and Forrester families may cooperate in business, but unresolved personal conflicts continue to influence nearly every decision they make. Steffi, however, remained remarkably focused. Rather than dwelling on company drama, her attention repeatedly shifted toward Finn. She looked forward to celebrating their anniversary and reuniting with her husband after his travels. For Steffi, Monaco represented more than business. It represented an opportunity to reconnect with the man she loves. But every time happiness seems within reach, Sheila's shadow inevitably appears. Aboard the flight to Monaco, viewers witnessed one of Sheila Carter's most disturbing fantasies yet. Despite countless rejections, Sheila continues believing that one day she'll be welcomed as part of Finn and Steffi's family. She imagines family dinners, acceptance, and forgiveness as though years of manipulation, violence, and betrayal never happened. Her imagination reveals just how disconnected she has become from reality. Finn, meanwhile, appeared emotionally exhausted. Feeling overwhelmed by the constant pressure Sheila creates, He turned to alcohol during the flight as a temporary escape. While drinking certainly isn't the healthiest coping mechanism, it highlighted how emotionally drained he has become trying to balance loyalty, guilt, and responsibility. Eventually, Finn delivered perhaps the strongest message audiences have heard from him in a long time. He bluntly informed Sheila that her dreams were completely unrealistic. No matter how much she wished otherwise, Steffi would never accept her into their lives. Those words carried tremendous emotional weight because they removed every trace of false hope. Finn wasn't negotiating. He wasn't softening his language. He was finally confronting Sheila with the painful truth she has refused to acknowledge. The question now becomes whether Sheila will actually listen. History suggests she won't. Whenever Sheila faces rejection, she rarely walks away quietly. Instead, rejection often fuels her obsession, convincing her that she simply needs another opportunity to prove herself. Unfortunately, that mindset has repeatedly led to manipulation, deception, and dangerous confrontations. With everyone now gathering in Monaco, the stage is perfectly set for another explosive chapter. RJ's exciting youth collection could become the fresh start Forrester Creations desperately needs. Electra may soon emerge as one of the company's brightest new stars. Ridge, Brooke, and Steffi are preparing to redefine the brand on an international stage. But all of those promising developments could quickly be overshadowed if Sheila decides that Finn's rejection is something she refuses to accept. As history has shown countless times, whenever Sheila believes she has nothing left to lose, everyone around her has the most to fear.